Hello and welcome to my channel. As you can see, this is a really cute bunny, and it's a brooch pin. You can put it on your bag or your hat. I think it's a bit big, so it will look nice on a big coat or a big handbag. But it turned out really cute, and I'm going to share with you how I needle felted it. So I started off with cordial sliver, and I'm just felting it down into a circular shape, making a base that I can build the head on. And as it's 3D, not four-dimensional, I'm just focusing on the front. So the back is flat, and I'm building the face of the bunny on one side. So I'm trying to make it nice and neat from all the edges to get a nice shape, and it's like a dome. So I'm just building up on one side, making the edges neater, and this gives it the rounded shape. And as you can see, it's a dome now, kind of a dome. You can build more on that using my marker just to point out where the eyes and the nose is going to be. So just roughly putting it down, and now you can add more wool if you want it more rounded. But as you can see, I've added quite a bit of wool and it's rounded in shape. Just making it neater, and you have to give it time for felting. You need time for it, and yes, it gets neater. The more you stab it, the more neater it gets. I'm making the body here, and make it as big or as small as you want, and I'm attaching it to the head before I move on. So I had left one fluffy part of the neck and the top of the body, and now I'm attaching them together. If you leave a fluffy part of the limbs and all the attachments, it's easier to attach. So I'm going all around till I'm happy with the attachment, and it becomes one shape. Looks like a snowman right now. This could be a snowman if you want. In this instance, I'm making a bunny. I thought my bunny was a bit too big, so I'm cutting off the edges to make it a bit smaller. There's nothing wrong in using your scissors when you need it, because you can always add more, but taking off is a bit tricky, but it doesn't affect the product at all. So now I've made it a bit smaller because it seemed very large. Now I'm making the legs, and I've just rolled some wool and attached to the bottom part, and I'm going to shape it with my needle. This particular project doesn't have too many details, and it's an easier one, and beginners can follow. So I'm just giving it shape with my needle until I'm happy with the legs. I'm adding more wool because I rolled it down. I could see the fold where I had rolled it, so I'm just adding more wool to cover it up. For the arms, you can use a skewer. I used a thin paintbrush, and I'm rolling wool on it and I really want small, tiny hands, so just a couple of rolls was enough. Now I'm going to step it down until it's firm and rounded. So you have to keep rotating it and keep stabbing it until it's a solid shape and not too squishy. I'm going to make two arms and then I'm going to attach them on either side. So I've got two ready and I'm attaching them on the sides of the body. Now for the ears, I've taken some wool and just folded it over so I get a neater edge to it and round it from the top. And you have to just roughly measure it on the head how big you want the ears to be, folding down the edges from the top so I get a nice round. And it shouldn't be too thick because it's a brush pin. You want to make it thin, not too chunky. So once it's made, I'm adding some light pink color to it. Just all the details, and this will make it a bit more solid in shape as we're adding more wool to it. I'm using my hair straightener to iron them out, and this gives it a nice edge and they become really nice and thin. Now you can use your pins to place them where you want them to be, a bit apart or together, and then stab them down so they're attached. Got some pink color coming on the back, but it's going to be the back of the brush pin, so it's okay. I'm adding more wool to the cheeks just to make it look more plumper. Once I'm happy with the cheeks, I'm adding more on the nose and the forehead. I get a rounded face and it doesn't look too flat from any side. For the eyes, I've used a piece of wool, just rolled it between my fingers and stabbed it inside. The marks I had given with my markers, and same way with the nose, very thin strip of wool, one tiny triangle or narrow facing down, and a line underneath. Trying to make it neat with the smallest needle I have. Now I've used my eye shades. I know you're supposed to use the powder pastels, but you can use the makeup as well, it works fine. So I've used pink for the cheeks and brown for over the eyes and the nose, and a bit of brown in the mouth. And I've used my crochet skills to make a tiny dress, and I'm tying it at the back and then I'm going to stitch it, just placing things I've made with crochet and even crochet I learned from YouTube. So there are many videos that let you learn the basic skills, and this is what I've used just basic skills. It's just single and double crochets and nothing else. So once I'm happy with the placement, I'm using my thread and the needle to stitch it all around so it stays in place. And I'm using a white thread and it doesn't show, so I've secured it, and I'm using the same thread and needle to attach the brooch pin to the back of the bunny. And now I'm covering it with more wool so it looks tidied. And now you can't see the wools at the back that I had tied down. It's all hidden. You can't see the brooch pin either. So this is the end product, and as you can see, it has light pink cheeks and shades around the eyes, and it looks super cute. I hope you enjoyed the video and you're going to make your own. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video. Thank you.